Over the weekend, we had the IBJJF Black Belt World Championships, or really the No-Gi World Championships. Now granted, Black Belt was one of the belts. They had all the belts there as well, or at least I think blue through black they had. I don't know if they had white belts doing No-Gi Worlds, which is fine. I don't know that a white belt No-Gi World Championship really means anything. But regardless, this is still a very high-level event. It's the highest level No-Gi event under the IBJJF. Now granted, it's not considered as prestigious a title as ADCC, particularly not in an ADCC year like this year. So if you look at all the winners from ADCC this year, starting with Tonquinho Mendes, he wasn't in this bracket. He wasn't in this tournament. JT Torres was not in this tournament. Mateus Diniz was not in this tournament. Gordon Ryan was not in this tournament. Tynan Dwarch was not in this tournament. But even still, there are a lot of high-level black belts who were in this tournament. And so we're going to look at the results from each of the brackets. Then I'll break down the open class final match between Victor Hugo and Roberto Cyborg. Then go through the women's results, and that'll be it for this video. I did some recapping on the purple and brown belts in my previous podcast. That's podcast number 33 that came out yesterday. So if you wanted to hear the results there, you can go there, or if you just wanted to see a list, you can find the same list I'm looking at right here on IBJJF's website. But at Rooster, the winner here was Talson Suarez from Cicero Costa. Another guy who was in this bracket who some thought might have had a chance to pull it off was Christian Woodmansey, but he lost his first round match and unfortunately for him was not able to medal, let alone finish first. But Rooster's the lightest weight. It's like a flyweight weight. I don't remember what the exact number is on it, but I think it's like around the 125 range. At light feather, which is 136 pounds in No-Gi, we had Hugo Santos Silva from Cicero Costa and Joao Miao from Cicero Costa. I don't believe they actually faced each other in the finals. I think it was just a closeout, and Joao Miao gave Iago the win there. Closeouts are sort of a weird thing, especially in a world championship final, but Joao's got plenty of titles to his name, so I guess for him, it felt like it was the right move to close it out and let his training partner get the win there, or at least get the gold there. But Edwin Ocasio had a good little run to the semifinals before getting knocked off. At featherweight, which I believe is 149 in No-Gi, it's 154 in the gi for IBJJF. We had Alexandro Pinto Sodre from Novo União taking first place there. Joao Gabriel Batista de Souza. With some of these names, if you don't recognize them immediately, it's kind of difficult because the IBJJF has just their full names listed out with all the different middle names involved, as you can tell. At lightweight, Johnny Tama was able to win this bracket. A little bit of controversy in the semifinals against Fabio Caloi, where Caloi had about, I think, 20 seconds left where he just had to pretty much stall to win. And I don't know if it was that he pulled guard without grips or what the call was exactly, but he got penalized at the end. So although he had a lead by an advantage or two, he ended up losing 2 points on a penalty and then was forced to try to come back. But at that point, Johnny Tama was then able to stall out the rest of the match and get the win. So then from there, he moves on to the finals and wins a tough match against Igor Rodriguez and gets his first black belt world title in No-Gi at this event. Then Dante Leon, who had a very good ADCC, was able to beat Lucas Lepre, but then lost his next 2 matches, so he wasn't able to medal. I believe I'm trying to think who his losses were to. Gary Tonin was definitely one of them. I'm not sure who the other one was, but either way, for him, he's a guy who's been knocking on the door and slowly working his way up the black belt ladder. So for him, he gets his first black belt world title here, and it's going to be a No-Gi world title by beating his teammate, no less. In this case, they didn't actually they didn't close out. In this case, they actually fought for it. Him and Jaime Canuto, and Leon was able to get the win there. At medium heavy, we had Manuel Ribamar get first place there. He beat Gabriel Almeida in the finals. At heavyweight, I'm not exactly sure what happened here. Devontae Johnson, I believe, is the other guy who should have had a medal here, but he got DQ'd. I'll have to go back and see what happened there. This is light feather. But Devontae Johnson is the guy who would have made it through, but it looks as though he got disqualified against Jackson Souza. And then Suzo is able to get to the finals there, faces off against Adam Wardzinski, who, surprisingly enough, prefers gi to no-gi, although I guess with him, he plays a lot of butterfly guard, and in the gi, you're able to get that belt grip, whereas no-gi, that belt grip isn't there, but he was still able to make his game work for him and get himself a black belt world title here. Back to the other results. Hopefully this doesn't lose it and go back out of order. All right, good. Actually, that's not good. Let's see. I believe we're at the heavy or ultra heavy. Heavy was Wardzinski. So then super heavy, Vinicius Tractor Ferreira, who finished second at ADCC, lost to Gordon Ryan in the 99 kilogram bracket. Did very well in this bracket. Was able to beat Elliot Kelly in the finals. Then at ultra heavy, we had Roberto Cyborg Abreu get by Victor Hugo in the semifinals. Hugo was very close to hitting a knee bar as time ran out, but it wasn't close enough to score an advantage with it. So Cyborg ends up winning that match on points. Then they face each other in the absolute, which I'll break down, where Hugo was successful with a knee bar, but Cyborg then moves on to the finals and beats James Puopolo. And then in the open class, Victor Hugo is able to beat Cyborg Abreu in the finals. So we'll look at how that ended up working out. So it starts off where Hugo decides to pull guard immediately. In the first match, Cyborg pulled guard, so Hugo was able to start on his back this time around. Cyborg tries to kind of explosively cut through, unsuccessful. Hugo's then able to get a hold of one of the legs. Sort of has like this outside, sort of like a bit of a reap here, but I believe that black belt that's legal in no-gi. But he's a little bit under the knee, but he's got enough control where he's able to keep Cyborg from escaping, getting away. So Cyborg then tries to put his weight into him and sort of compress down to get out. Unsuccessful with that. Again, now he tries to escape out. Hugo's able to control the knee. And from here, Cyborg seems as though he was a little bit too relaxed in this position. It didn't seem to register with him how much danger he was in. So Hugo is able to pass the leg across and is then going to be able to hide it underneath his armpit, which is a really tight knee bar. So he gets underneath here. And at this point, Cyborg is just in all kinds of trouble. And if you look at his knee here, just follow that arch and that angle. That is really bad. And Cyborg taps out, and Victor Hugo wins the world title here. Hugo had lost to Cyborg in the Black Belt Grand Prix, which was $40,000 for the winner earlier this year. He lost to him in his weight class earlier in a close match. So for him, he finally gets the win over Cyborg and gets it in a world championship final. So really, really big win here for Victor Hugo. As for the women results, we have at light feather, Amanda Canuto was able to win that division, but beating Patricia Machado, or Magalish, I think she goes by Machado. At featherweight, Anna Toledo Alencar. Toledo Alencar gets the win here over Heather Raftery in the finals. At lightweight, really tough division with Hannah Sharp and Nikki Sullivan finishing third. Both of them are excellent. Nikki Sullivan won a Master World title this year. Hannah Sharp has been winning a lot of big events across the country. Recently won the Midwest Finishers back in October, but she finishes third here. But we have Natalie Ribeiro beating Jenna Bishop in the finals to win that division. Then we have Raquel, I believe that's Raquel Canuto, getting the win against Jacqueline Ramos. I'm not sure what her actual name is because, again, they have like 5 different names here. But she gets the win at middleweight. Veda Toscano over Julia Pinto at medium heavy. Toledo Noguera over Elizabeth Foster at heavyweight. At super heavyweight, I believe this actually was a closeout with Jessica Flowers, De Silva Oliveira, I think it's Jessica Flowers. Her Gracie Baja teammate Kendall Roysing was given the gold here, and I think in the open class they closed that one out as well and just reversed it. So this time Jessica Flowers got the title. So that's it for the black belt results at Worlds. Like I mentioned, if you wanted to see the other results, there's a full list here. It includes the master results, includes the lower belts, so blue, purple, brown, and black, or blue, purple, and brown. So if that's something that interests you, definitely check it out.